Okay, welcome to this tutorial on how to use Adobe Premiere Pro Creative Cloud 2023 version. In this first video of the series, we're going to talk about just opening and setting up Premiere to get it ready to edit. This is the very basics. So if we open Premiere, this is what's going to open up first. You'll see I have other projects created, but we're going to start from scratch. So we're going to create a new project. And initially you're going to open it up, and if you look up here, you'll see Import, Edit, Export. Essentially what we're going to do first is we're going to name our project. So we'll call this Adobe Basics. And we're going to label our sequence that it'll create. Adobe Basics. And then what you can do here is on the import screen, you can find folders wherever you save your stuff. For instance, on the desktop I have this folder called Edit folder. But I'm not going to do any of that yet because I want to show you in the edit screen how to import video. So at this point we've named our project, we've named our sequence. We're going to create. Hit create, and this is the basic Windows layout that I have set up, but I'm going to change this under Workspaces to edit or editing. And this is likely going to be what you're going to see to start out with. And so what you have to do basically first is you have to set up the layout of what you want and what you want to use and how you want it to look. By doing that, if you go up to Window, you'll notice all these different items here. Each one of these is basically a tool that you can use to have in your windows. What we essentially want is we want a program window, we want a source window, which would be the two windows to see what you're editing. We want our timeline, which is here, and then we want our project window. So this is our source window, and you'll see there's nothing in there yet. But what I want to do is I want to pull this out, and you'll notice, see how this highlights? So wherever you place this, wherever the purple is where it's going to go. So if I put it here, it's going to put it between those two windows. But I want to put it over here. And so now I have a source window, and then I have audio clip mixer, metadata, editing controls all right here. And then the next thing we're going to want to lay out here is a program window. So we're going to find that program monitor, and you see it opened in a floating window. Now the way I lay it out is I want to have the program monitor next to the source monitor. So I'm going to drag this and lay it right there. So now I have both. And you'll see this is what they call interlocking windows. Over here we have edit control, we have a bunch of stuff. Now the one thing I like to do is I like my program window to be up here. Now notice if I pull the very top, it adds it as a tab, and then you can adjust your tabs. And this is the way I like to have it laid out. Down here is where we have a media browser, which I prefer to have up here as well. And I'll show you why here in just a little bit. I also like to have effect controls. And then down here what I like to have is I like to have my timeline here. And up here you'll notice we have the audio mixer, audio clip mixer. I'll pull it down here as a tab. The other thing I like to have is the audio track mixer down here as well. And so you just get the layout the way you like, and I'll explain what each of these are here in just a moment once we pull in some video. This is a toolbar, which we'll explain all that in a little bit. And so essentially I have this laid out where I have my program or my project, which consider it like a bin. Media browser is how we're going to find video and pull it in. We have effects, our effect controls, and then we have a few others up here, metadata. And to be honest with you, with metadata, I don't even use it that much. So I've kind of got a layout here. Clip mixer, markers. If you do markers, you have info. I'm going to close that panel because I don't use it. Libraries, I'm going to close that for now. And history, I don't really need that as well. So this is kind of my basic layout that I just did for you guys. And like I said, you can move things around the way you need it. And then when you're done, you can go up here to Windows and you can go Workspaces. And once you have your layout correct, you can create or save a new workspace and name it. In this case, my initial is MEJ. So if I click, and then when I click on that, this defaults to my layout that I normally use. So this is my normal layout. Source window, program window. We have effect controls, effects, media browser, and for whatever reason it put my projects down here, which is not what I do, so I'm going to move that. And down here that I normally have my markers, my clip mixer, my audio track mixer, and my timeline. So this is my basic layout. And then since it was wrong, because what happened was as you upgrade versions of Premiere Pro, some layouts of some things change a little bit and you have to reset them. And I just recently updated from 2022 to 2023. That's why that was out of place. So what I'm going to do is save changes to this workspace. Now that has saved and it's all where it needs to be. Up here again we have the import tab, we have an edit tab, export tab, which we will get all to that in later videos. So now what I want to do, now that I have my layout correct, is I want to do a couple things. First, I want to go to sequence. Actually, I'm not going to do that yet. We're going to pull in some video. So what I did was, prior to starting this training video, is I created a folder on my desktop and I called it an edit folder. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my C drive, user, my name, desktop, and you'll see this edit folder. So through Media Browser, I'm finding the stuff I want. So I just put 3 clips in here, or 5 clips. Yeah, 5 clips in here. Actually, it's 4 clips. So if I select these, and then I can right click and I say import. Now under the project, that video is here. If I double click this, there's some B-roll I have of a middle school classroom. And then if I go back to Media Browser, you'll notice this one, Midwest City Auto, or MWC Audio. If I click that, this is raw footage dumped off a card of AVC HD footage. So if I click that and I go to AVC HD, you'll notice all these different clips. And I can click here and load in the source monitor. There's part of it was a green screen. And if I want that clip, I can right click and I can import it. Or if I wanted all this footage because I'm editing these car commercials, then I would just select it all, hold down Shift, select all, right click, import. And then you're going to see a status bar here. That's a lot of footage, so it's going to take a little bit, a few seconds, maybe a few minutes to import, depending on how much you have. Now it's all there, and you'll notice down here it's doing its thing, converting to optimize it for editing. So once I have video imported now, and you'll see I have a duplicate, so I can just highlight and hit delete and get rid of one of those. And now I have all my footage and I'm ready to edit. This again is your source, so if I click on this, if I click on another one, and also it keeps a memory up here. And sometimes this will get full, it'll slow things down. You can just hit close all and it cleans out the monitor. And then the other thing I want to do is before we get started, you also have these little areas down here, so I can delete by hitting that. New item, you can click new item and create a sequence, an offline file, but we're going to create a sequence, and this is going to open up. So you have to have a sequence before you can start editing. This is where you're going to set the settings of that sequence and what you want to edit. So for instance, RE cameras, there's a lot of presets for different things here. So RE, AVC Intro, which is Panasonic cameras. AVC HD is pretty standard for prosumer. You have digital SLR, the DN settings. These are Avid presets. You have standard def presets, DVC Pro 50 HD, HDV, ProRes, which is Apple, Red cameras, VR, and then typically what I edit in is XDCam EX, and I will hit a drop down if I want 1080i or 1080p, depending on what you want. In this case, we'll do 1080p. And right here, XDCam EX 1080 30p, or actually I take that back. I like to go XDCam HD 1080i or 1080p 30p, and then once you have the settings over here, it tells you what your settings are. These are presets, but you can also go into the settings tab and adjust these the way you want. So we are doing display REC. That's our, you can do all different types. That's your color workspace. Change your audio samples. We're 1440 by 1080 because of in this setting, but you can unlink and you can change that if you want. And then you name your sequence. We'll just leave it that. But and then you can select how many tracks. Do you want to have 4 tracks to start out? Do you want 1, 2, stereo, mono? And there is virtual reality. There's all kinds of things you can do. But once you've got your settings the way you want them, hit OK. And at this point, you have a sequence. At any point, if you want to change the sequence settings, you can go up here, sequence settings, and change it. So now I have a sequence here, and it's time to edit, start editing, and laying down some video. And we will get into that as well as audio in the next video.